It is the popular saying that an healthy society is a wealthy one. On the Great Mind program, medical experts are available to provide solutions to various health challenges. You desire greatness in life. Successful men and women in the society are available on the Great Mind program to reveal to you the secrets to their greatness. The Great Mind of Nancy Oshogbo is a watch for all. Meet me on the program every Sunday between 3:30 and 4 p.m. Happy Sunday. This is another exciting moment with me, Bola Olayode, on the program The Great Mind. This week, we are giving more details on the presentation of quality improvement tools by Osun Health Insurance Agency in collaboration with the Hospital Management Board to the accredited government hospitals. Wednesday, August 3, 2022, Osun Health Insurance Agency, in collaboration with the Hospitals Management Board, made presentation of quality improvement tools to accredited government hospitals with ICT infrastructure support to Ministry of Human Resources and Capacity Building. It was the third of its kind in the recent time, as Osun Health Insurance Agency is committed to be making the presentation of quality improvement tools to the accredited government hospitals on quarterly basis to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of the healthcare providers for the full actualization of the vision of Osun Health Insurance Agency in being a world-class provider of access to sustainable, qualitative healthcare readily available and affordable to every resident of the state. The head of service, Dr. Festus Olodgbega Oyebade, who represented Governor Adedoyin Oyetola at the event, urged the health workers in the state to be present in their interaction with patients, saying that exhibiting correct professional attitude toward the patients is therapeutic. The head of service, who acknowledged that the state health insurance scheme is a monumental success, pointed out that Osun Health Insurance scheme is one of the best achievements of the current administration in the state.
One of the things that is going to define the outgoing administration is the health insurance program. And the entire health sector of the state of Osun, where all of you are signatories. I want to thank our medical doctors and nurses and consultants that are here. You are great. You are hardworking. Reports are coming, and you are doing wonderfully very well. We want to say that all states in Nigeria should come and copy and emulate the doctors and nurses and medical officers of Osun State, because you are wonderful. I read from the Next this morning that in the last 6 years, Nigeria has lost about 4,600 medical officers to Britain alone. 4,600 in 6 years. And just yesterday, it was reported on the net that about 937 medical officers qualified again in England to practice medicine there. That is the misfortune of our country. We are trained for others to inherit. Instead of a satellite or friend to go to space, it is going down the drain. Now the sacrifice, why do we need to appreciate it? The sacrifice that all of you are making is wonderful and is unquantifiable. Because it is not the money that you are using. It is not the salary that attracts you. It is the altruism, the spirit of altruism, the spirit of patriotism that is in you that is making you now to keep on the struggle. And God will continue to project you higher, and all your reward will not just be on heart, it will also be rewarded again in heaven. Now, somebody said something about attitude. And that's what I want to talk about. We have seen material, we have seen money, we are housed, And we have seen excellent performance of the people that are here. But there is a need for us to monitor the attitude of the people that all of you that are here are superintending over. You are good mind past at work. You are a thing of beauty and pride and culture. But there are some people now that are following your layer, which there is a need for us now to work on.
The chairman, governing board, Osun Health Insurance Agency, Honorable Adeoye Adelakun, who advised the beneficiary hospitals to feed the agency back on usage of the tools given to them in order to be properly guided in the second phase intervention, as this to say about the reason for the presentation of the quality improvement tools to the accredited government hospitals.
Yeah, you see, the health insurance as a scheme requires that enrollees get the best. And the issue of the health insurance is a two-way thing. We want the enrollees and the people of the states to have access to quality health services at affordable price. Knowing fully well that for even the facilities to be able to provide the kind of quality service delivery, they need to really have some equipments which we know that is lacking in some of our government facilities. And rather wait for government to do it because of the paucity of funds, we have devised a means by which out of the premium payable will save some money to actually intervene in the quality improvement of various hospitals. Like you heard them say, there are inadequate staff in these various hospitals, and that could lead to poor attitude or that the staff are being overstretched. To give our enrollees the best they could, and the areas we find that they are lacking, we still support them by giving them ad hoc staff that are paid from this organization, and that we also ensure that the equipment that they are lacking will be provided, such that people who are in the scheme will enjoy the best they can, even in government hospital, better than even they can get in private hospitals. Let it be noted that even the government hospitals have more qualified staff on their list than most of the private hospitals they run to. But because they would now say private is much more efficient than the other, we want to make our government hospitals as efficient, if not more efficient than private hospitals. That is where we are. That is the essence of intervention of the health insurance scheme in the quality of equipment and staff that they have.
The Executive Secretary, Governing Board of Osun Health Insurance Agency, Dr. Samuel Adeniyi Ogini, who explained the reasons for the quarterly presentation of the hospital equipment, furniture, and ICT tools, maintained that the agency acted in line to the requests made by the critical stakeholders so as to improve service delivery to the enrollees of Osun Health Insurance Agency and also to enhance the operational efficiency of the healthcare providers.
What we did today was the implementation of the second quarter of the quality improvement plan of our accredited government hospitals, the hospitals that are providing service under Osun Health Insurance scheme, that are government hospitals. And it became very necessary, based on our observation, that most of the time when people go to the government hospitals, they come back to complain, oh, there are no good chairs to sit on. In fact, when we went on quality inspection for accreditation, we discovered that many of those hospitals truly lacked the necessary infrastructure, they lacked the necessary medicines and consumables, they lacked even the manpower for us to be able to accredit them. But because this is a government program and it's a government hospital, we believe that government should benefit from whatever program is establishing. It's as a result of that we made it a point of duty to ensure that as we go for quality inspection periodically, all the gaps that we observed at the time when we gave those facilities we gave them at that time provisional accreditation, that will begin to address those gaps one by one in terms of manpower, in terms of infrastructure and equipment, in terms of medicines and consumables. And so what you have seen today is just the second phase of the implementation of that quality improvement plan. And the way we do it is that every hospital, we have given them their scorecard, so they know the gap in terms of manpower, they know the gap in terms of infrastructure, their consumables, they know the gaps. So they will now, every month, they have a quality improvement team. The quality improvement team of the hospital will sit down, they will put out a list of those things that they need to be able to improve in their quality of service that they are giving to the people. And when they do that, they will submit a copy to the hospital management board and they will submit a copy to us. Then ourselves and our management and that of the hospital management board will meet, we will scrutinize the list, and then the ones that are frivolous we will remove. The ones that we feel are genuine, we will work on them. And then after that, we will compile the list, and then we will now advertise. We will get the suppliers of medical equipment, laboratory equipment, furniture and everything. We'll get them to supply those equipments and those materials at the most competitive price, such that we are getting value for the money that we're spending on it. So what you have just seen is the demonstration of the implementation of the second quarter. You have seen what we are giving to them. We have given microhematocrit centrifuge. Many hospitals, in fact, when I joined the service in 1994, from then till I left the clinical services, there are many hospitals that do not even have microhematocrit centrifuge. Now, any hospital that is accredited by OSHA can get microhematocrit centrifuge. We give them oxygen concentrators. These are equipments that are used in the private hospitals that make them, what they are. So right now, we are positioning or repositioning government hospitals that are accredited by OSHA to be able to compete very favorably, and in fact to outshine their private hospitals. That is what we are trying to do. This is only second quarter. By the third quarter, we're still going to do this at the end of the third quarter and the fourth quarter. By the time we have done 4, 5, 6 rounds of this, none of those hospitals will remain the same again. That is what we are doing. Well, the word that I have for the enrollees is simply that they can see themselves that the intervention of OSHA through OIS is already bringing a new outlook to our hospitals. They also would have begun to see that the attitude of the staff in those hospitals are also changing, because they too are benefiting from this. They are having a better environment to work in, and as a result of that, we are encouraging all residents to come on board. Enrollees are the ones that will tell the others, this is what we are enjoying. We want you to come and also enjoy what we are enjoying. That's why we were appealing to the staff, that the staff should ensure that they give the people the best attitude in the discharge of their duties. Once they are doing that, enrollees will be encouraged to tell other people, and this is the way the scheme will grow. When one man who has experienced the scheme tells another man, and then that way many of the other residents will come on board. And the more the people on this scheme, the less the money they will have to pay.
Commissioner for Health, Dr. Rafiu Isamatu, also has this to say.
So let us change our attitude. There must be attitudinal change for us to have, because at the time it will become history. Like I used to say, the position of the permanent secretary is not even permanent. One day, permanent secretary will retire. As I am now, I will leave. Somebody else will be commissioner for it later. So while we are there, we must have something people will talk about. That when so person was there, this is what he did. So let us make sure we leave good legacy such that when we leave, people will say good things about us. Let us go to work promptly. Let us make sure we attend to our patient the way we should. So, having said that, we appreciate Dr. Ogini. Thank you so much for all your work. I didn't look at my right answer when I was recognizing people. I didn't recognize my colleague from our ministry, Comrade everybody. Thank you so much. We were together at the beginning. Yes, at the very beginning when we started the health insurance, and it has pleased God for us to still be here today. We thank God. God will give us, elongate our lives such that our impact will be felt positively. We appreciate you for the work you are doing. God will continue to strengthen you. And ultimately, we appreciate our boss, the governor of the state of Osun, Mr. Adeboyega Oyetola, for his support for the health sector. Not only health insurance, we appreciate Mr. Governor for his support. We hope, we continue to do that, inshallah. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming. Doctors, nurses, let us make sure we go to work and do our work. Thank you.
Among the dignitaries and top government functionaries at the event were the chairman, House Committee on Health, Osun Parliament, Honorable Adenike Abioye, Honorable Israel Oyekunle, Honorable Desmond Ojo, Director, Senior Management Services, Public Office, Mr. Olapade Anthony Omishakin, Director, Ministry of Information and Civic Orientation, Mr. Moshood Suleiman, Chief Consultant, State Hospital, Asubiaro, Osogbo, Dr. Tolu Opakunle, and other heads of government hospitals in Osun State, while the good wishes were delivered by the Coordinating Director, Hospital Management Board, Dr. Abayomi Oni, Coordinating Director, Ministry of Information and Civic Orientation, Barrister Bukola Aderibigbe, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Health, Mr. Benga Oyebode, Permanent Secretary, Human Resources, Mr. Leye Aina, Commissioner for Health, Dr. Rafiu Isamatu, Chairman, House Committee on Health, Osun Parliament, Honorable Adenike Abioye, while Osun State Governor Alhaji Adegboyega Oyetola was represented at the event by the head of service, Dr. Festus Olugboyega Oyebade.
Èmi lọmọ bàbá wòlíì. Ayọ̀ ti dé mo ní kẹfà mọ́ra. Ìfà ti dé mo ní kẹfà mọ́ra. Ìlera ti dé mo ní kẹfà mọ́ra. Ẹ̀mí gígùn lọ́sàn yà kò sóhun tó pọ̀ jù láti fi wá rẹ̀. Tó bá fẹ́ kára máa jí pépé, tọkọtaya kẹ́ máa ta kébé. Kálàáfíà àwọn ọmọ kó dẹ̀ pé péré. Kiri ayé yín kó lè wọlé wá. Ẹ tètè wá forúkọ sílẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Ọ̀ṣun Health Insurance Scheme. Oyis òun ló bá tán yé. Alábòdàbò rẹ̀ bò wá.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ ṣe sọ ní èdè òyìnbó, ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ìròyìn lórí iṣẹ́ tí ilé-iṣẹ́ àjọṣepọ̀ ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun pẹ̀lú àjọ tó ń ṣàbójútó àwọn ilé ìwòsàn ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tó fún àwọn ilé ìwòsàn ìjọba ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun lápẹ̀lẹ́. Lọ́jọ́rú tó jẹ́ ọjọ́ kẹta nínú oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 2022 ní àjọ ìtòfò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun pẹ̀lú ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ àjọ tó ń ṣàbójútó àwọn ilé ìwòsàn ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun pín àwọn irinṣẹ́ amúṣẹ́yá pẹ̀lú àwọn èlò mìíràn fún àwọn ilé ìwòsàn ìjọba ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Níbi ètò náà ni wọ́n tún ti gbé àwọn ẹ̀rọ ayárabíàṣá fún iléeṣẹ́ tó ń gba ní ṣíṣẹ́ àti ìrónilágbára láti fi ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn fún iléeṣẹ́ náà. Lẹ́nu lọ́lọ́ yìí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta tí àjọ ìtòfò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun máa gbé irú ìgbésẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyí nípa ṣíṣe àfihàn ìfèjì rẹ̀ sí ìwásí ìmúṣẹ àdójútùn àjọ náà láti rí i pé gbogbo olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ló ní àǹfààní sí ètò ìlera tó péye nípa pípèsè irinṣẹ́ àmúṣẹ́yá fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ìlera lóòrèkóòrè kí wọ́n lè ní ìfarajìn sí iṣẹ́ wọn. Lórí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun, ọ̀mọ̀wé Festus Olugboyega Oyebade tó wá sojú gómìnà Adegboyega Oyetola níbi ètò náà gba àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ìlera nímọ̀ràn láti máa ṣe sùúrù pẹ̀lú àwọn tó wá gba ìwòsàn nílé ìwòsàn. Ó ní eléyìí máa ń ran aláìsàn lọ́wọ́ láti jẹ́ kí ara wọn tètè dá. Aṣojú gómìnà tún sọ wípé àṣeyọrí ńlá tí àjọ elétò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ṣe wà nínú ohun àrítọ́ka sí àṣeyọrí ìjọba tó wà lóde ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun.
Adébóyè Dàrútọ́lá iléeṣẹ́ yẹn ṣe dáadáa púpọ̀ nítorí ìdójútòfò tí wọ́n ṣe fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àti àwọn tó jẹ́ olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Iléeṣẹ́ yẹn ni ó dàbí gbákìnní ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà. Ìyẹn máa fi dá wa lójú pé ohun rere náà ti Jerusalem wá wá dáadáa nítorí pé iléeṣẹ́ yẹn ti jẹ́ kí ìwòsàn alábọ́dé kó ní àṣeyọrí nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Yàtọ̀ fún gbogbo òṣìṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń jẹ̀gbádùn rẹ̀, àwọn aráàlú náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jẹ̀gbádùn ètò yẹn láti lè jẹ́ pé kí ètò ìlera alábọ́dé yẹn gbòòrò sí ní àwọn ohun mèremère tí wọ́n á máa lò fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tí ń ṣiṣẹ́ létò ìlera, àwọn oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀rọ ṣiṣẹ́ àti àwọn ohun èlò míì tó máa wúlò fún wa nínú ilé ìwòsàn wa gbogbo. Òun ni àwọn iléeṣẹ́ yìí fún gbogbo àwọn ilé ìwòsàn wa káàkiri. Eléyìí àti jẹ́ kí ìwòsàn tó gbòòrò sí ó sì jẹ́ pé kí gbogbo Ọ̀ṣun àti gbogbo Nàìjíríà mọ̀ pé ẹni tó ní àfojúsùn rere Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adébóyè Dàrútọ́lá tó ní gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun.
Alága àjọ tó ń ṣàbójútó àjọ elétò ìlera ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun Honorébù Adéoyè Adélakùn gba àwọn ilé ìwòsàn ìjọba tó jẹ́ àǹfààní àwọn irinṣẹ́ àmúṣẹ́yá náà nímọ̀ràn láti máa fàbọ̀ jẹ́ àjọ elétò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun lóòrèkóòrè lórí iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n pín fún wọn, nítorí pé èyí ni yóò ṣe àtọ́nà fún àjọ elétò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun fún iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n yóò pèsè fún wọn ní sáà mìíràn.
Ẹ rí i pé ètò adójútòfò ní ètò ìlera lọ́ṣun ó dàbí ìdá olójú méjì. Lọ́nà kìíní ni pé a ti gbé kalẹ̀ lọ́nà tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ará ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun wọn ò ní àǹfààní sí ètò ìlera tó péye pẹ̀lú owó tí kò gúnpá. Ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ilé ìwòsàn ìjọba bí wọ́n ṣe ní àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tó dángájíá tó, ó dàbí ẹni pé àwọn irinṣẹ́ wọn díẹ̀díẹ̀ ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó. Níwọ̀n ìgbà tá a dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn wá jẹ àǹfààní ìwòsàn ọ̀fẹ́ tó dángájíá, wọ́n ṣe ń lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn ti ìjọba, a ní láti dá sí ilé ìwòsàn ti ìjọba nínú àwọn owó tí a mú sílẹ̀, nínú àwọn owó tí àwọn èèyàn wá san láti tún ìbẹ̀wò ẹ̀ ṣe. Torí ẹ̀ la ṣe ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn olókùtà tí ò tó tẹ ẹ nílò tíjọba ò tíì ní àǹfààní láti ṣe ni la ṣe ń dá sí. Kódà à ń dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ pé àwọn ibi tí wọ́n kù díẹ̀ kò nípa àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tó lẹ́bàá ni pé kò tó nítorí pé owó tí ò tó lọ́wọ́ ìjọba láti gba wọn sí, a tún gbìyànjú láti ṣe kéde láti gba wọn pàṣẹ sọ̀rọ̀ wọn láti wọn iléeṣẹ́ wa mi. Ìyẹn ni pé kí ilé ìwòsàn ìjọba kó lè dúró fẹ̀gbẹ́kẹ̀gbẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn ilé ìwòsàn aládàáni tàbí kó tún jù wọn lọ pàápàá. Ìyẹn jẹ́ pé à ń bá ìjọba fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ láti gbé ètò ìlera lárugẹ.
Akọ̀wé àgbà àjọ tó ń ṣàbójútó àjọ elétò ìlera ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun dókítà Samuel Adéníyì Ògínní ṣàlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ìdí tí àjọ elétò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ti ṣe gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó gbé.
Nǹkan tá a ń sọ náà ni wípé ẹ̀yin náà rí nǹkan tá a kó fún àwọn ilé ìwòsàn èyí tí àjọ adójútòfò ìlera nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tó ti fòǹtẹ̀tẹ̀ wípé wọ́n kájú òṣùwọ̀n. Nígbà tá a ń sọ níbẹ̀rẹ̀ nígbà tá a kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ a rí wípé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ilé ìwòsàn ìjọba ni ò kájú òṣùwọ̀n nípa àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tó wà ń bẹ̀ pé wọn ò tó àti pé kò sóògùn kò sága tá a jókòó lé lórí kò sí ẹ̀rọ tá a fi ṣàyẹ̀wò oríṣiríṣi bẹ́ẹ̀ ló wà ń bẹ̀ kò tiẹ̀ sí káàdì tá a máa lọ ra exercise book ní gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yẹn ló wà tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tá a wá ṣe é sí ni wípé gbogbo kùdìẹ̀kùdìẹ̀ yẹn là ń mú lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ̀rí ara nǹkan tá a fún wọn ẹ̀rí ibùsùn ẹ̀rí tìmùtìmù ẹ̀rí fóòmù ẹ̀rí chíà ẹ̀rí gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yẹn là ń kó sí àwọn ilé ìwòsàn ìjọba ń sìn lọ́nà tó jẹ́ wípé tẹ́ bá débẹ̀ ẹni bá débẹ̀ gan inú á dùn ìwọ tó jẹ́ wípé o ti forúkọ sílẹ̀ fún Adótòfò Ìlera nípìnlẹ̀ tó bá mú káàdì ẹ̀ débẹ̀ inú á dùn níbi tó wá níbi tó máa jókòó lé lórí torí pé nǹkan tó jókòó lé lórí nǹkan tó dáa ni afẹ́fẹ́ tó dáa ló ń fẹ́ sí ẹ wàá tún lọ wàá ṣe àyẹ̀wò wàá rá àwọn tó dáa tán máa tọ́jú ẹ tí wọ́n á tún fi ọ̀yàyà pàdé ẹ àwọn nǹkan tá à ń ṣe nìyẹn ní àjọ Adótòfò Ìlera nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun lọ́nà tó jẹ́ wípé a fi jẹ́ kó jẹ́ ìwúrí fún àwọn èèyàn láti máa wá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa nǹkan tí a ṣe lẹ́nu nìyẹn. ìmọ̀ràn tá a máa fún gbogbo àwọn aráàlú náà ni wípé ẹ má lọ máa fowó ṣòfò èyí tẹ́ lọ fi máa fi ẹgbẹ̀rún 5 ẹgbẹ̀rún 6 àgbàtọ́jú tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ṣe Adójútòfò Ìlera nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tẹ́ ẹ san ẹgbẹ̀rún 12 àti náírà 16 ní ọdún lẹ́ẹ̀fi jàǹfààní àti iṣẹ́ abẹ àti gbogbo ẹ lè jàǹfààní ẹ mọ̀ lọ́mọ fowó ṣòfò ẹ wá pọnmi sílẹ̀ dòǹgbẹ nǹkan tá a máa sọ fún àwọn aráàlú òjò báyẹn lọ kíní yìí ó ti di òtítọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ẹ̀ ní jàǹfààní ètò Adójútòfò Ìlera nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun olúkálukú kó wá fowó sílẹ̀ owó táṣẹ́rẹ́ ni ẹ sì jàǹfààní torí bàǹtàbàǹtà ẹ jẹ́ kí olúkálukú olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ká lọ forúkọ sílẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àjọ Adójútòfò Ìlera nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun.
ọ̀gá pátápátá fún iléeṣẹ́ ìròyìn àti ìtanijí agbẹjọ́rò Bùkọ́lá Adédìgbé gbóyìn fún àjọ Adójútòfò Ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun fún àṣeyọrí tí ìjọba tó wà níta ṣe lórí ètò ìlera nípasẹ̀ àjọ Adójútòfò Ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun.
ojú tí mo fi owó tó lágbára ó jẹ́ ètò kan tó jẹ́ ògbóǹtarìgì tó fi hàn bí ìjọba ìṣe fẹ́ràn àwọn ọmọ nìyẹn sí. torí tá a máa ní ká máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ètò ìlera tí ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tí wọ́n ń ṣe owó jẹ́ ètò lágbára ṣé ti àwọn ilé ìwòsàn alábọ́dé tí wọ́n tún ṣe ó ambulance la fẹ́ sọ ni àbí ó yí ìsìnká tiẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ ó tiẹ̀ dìde lọ́jọ́ ó yóò sórí ìsìnká àgbáyé lẹ́yìn náà tiẹ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe ń bẹ̀ mo bá lọ àwọn ní malaria ìgbà tí wọ́n fún mi ní àwọn òògùn tí mo lọ bẹ́rẹ̀ tán ǹjẹ́ èló ni kí á mú wá wọ́n ní 300 naira malaria tí a ń sọ yìí tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ tá a bá lọ sí àwọn ilé ìwòsàn ti aládàáni bíi 7,500 ní wọ́n máa fi tì wọ́n ní ká mú 300 naira ètò ìdá àti bẹ́ẹ̀ lèmi ti ìgbẹ́ mi sọ fáwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ aráàlú àyẹ̀ṣẹ́ ìjọba ẹ tètè lọ síbi àjọ àwọn elétò ìṣúná ti ìlera kẹ lọ síbẹ̀ orí àǹfààní tí ò lẹ́gbẹ́ à ń jẹ lórí ètò ní irun àjẹ ó jẹ́ ìlànà tí mo dáa tó lágbára á ní ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ fún ètò.
níbi tí a ó ti dánidúró lónìí lórí ètò ẹ̀yẹ́ ká jọ pàdé lọ́sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ fún àkọ́tún ètò yìí fún náà láti lóògùn ara ọba àṣẹ ìpínlẹ̀ náà.